up? It's Cinema Shogun here, and the other day a couple of my subscribers reached out to me letting me know that some weird guy, and I use the term guy very loosely, was live streaming about me on YouTube. In fact, I think the name of the live stream was something like the Draggin of Cinema Shogun. I took one glance at it and automatically knew that it wasn't worth my time watching. For one, I just have better things to do with my life. And for two, I saw who it was live streaming about me, and the guy's a complete joke. I mean, look at this dirty little corn nugget. How could someone like this ever drag someone like me? If you know anything about me and you know anything about him, then it should be obvious to you that my quality of life is just so much better than his. The car I drive is nicer. My clothes are nicer. The women that I interact with are in a different league than any woman that this dude would ever even dream of touching in his wildest imagination. The food I eat is better. The sheets I sleep on at night are softer. My house is nicer. And I know that for a fact because I've seen this dude's house. I'm not going to be petty enough to show it here on video and dox the guy. But I've seen the guy's house, and there's a red dot on his roof, meaning that a sex offender lives there. So instead of live streaming about me, maybe the dude should be doing a live stream explaining to his subscribers why there's a red dot over his house. But just all around, I am more successful at life than this guy will ever be, which is weird because he is like 20 years older than me. I am what he wants to be when he grows up. I'm what he aspires to be when he grows up. A young man, 20 years younger than this dude, who is already far more successful than him. A really sad situation. And listen, I know that sounds kind of arrogant and cocky and stuck-up-ish to say, but I feel comfortable saying that in this situation because there's really no other way to compare me with him. If you want to boil it down to character and who we are as individuals, you have me, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a saint, I'm not perfect, but you have me, and then you have the guy that is so desperate for attention that he dresses up as a Ninja Turtle and yells obscenities outside the house of missing kids. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell that this dude is a complete piece of shit. And if you want to boil it down to who's the bigger man, I think literally I'm the bigger man, and metaphorically speaking, I mean, we have me. I'm no saint, I'm not perfect. And then we have the guy who brags about hitting women on his live streams. There's really no other way to compare us. And, usually in a roast session, if you will, I would talk about someone's appearance. I mean, look, the dude is ugly as shit. He's obviously not the pick of the litter. In fact, if you DNA tested the litter, you would probably find traces of inbreeding. But we don't even have to take it there. Because Dolly simply existing on Earth is a nonstop roast of himself. Dude's a pathetic, bitter, 5'3", 50-year-old man that smokes dirt cheap weed in front of a green screen while pretending to be an advocate for missing kids so he can raise money to keep a roof over his brother's head because his brother has a hard time getting a job because he's a registered sex offender and he's on video admitting to having sex with his own daughter. That's right. When you listen to this dude's live streams and you hear that little beep noise in the background, that's a sex offender making a hot pocket in Dolly's kitchen. When you watch Dolly's live streams, watch them knowing that a sex offender is in the next room watching old Seinfeld reruns on a tube television. The dude's name is Ice Cold, like a cousin fucking professional wrestler. And the sad part is, this isn't an insult. This isn't a joke. This isn't something I'm saying for shock value. This isn't me spreading rumors and drama. This is me telling the truth. And Dolly knows it's the truth. I am one DM away from having videos of your brother delivered to me like a freaking Amazon Prime package. Yes, we have seen the videos of your brother admitting to having sex with his 19-year-old daughter. It's really, really freaking disgusting. And before someone comes in my comment section, but that's his brother, it's not him. he made the active choice to still live with his brother. The money he makes off of YouTube goes to pay a sex offender's bills. This guy's out here claiming to fight for missing kids and stuff like that, but he couldn't even protect his own niece from his brother having sex with her. In fact, his brother was so proud about it that he literally would video himself talking about it, and I can have the videos uploaded today if need be, but I am trying not to take it there. But if people want to play games and people want to act like they're in denial and none of this shit is true, then hey, we can take it there. Trust me, I can get petty as fuck if I need to, but I am really trying to be a nicer guy. But let's just remove the brother out of the situation. I've already had multiple women contact me this week about this guy and about the weird things this dude does. He is so desperate for pussy that he will book a flight anywhere to meet one of his subscribers, and he still winds up usually not getting any, so he tries to force himself onto people. I mean, look how desperate he is. He is traveling around the country with his nose up the bullhorn lady's ass. Listen, I got other videos I need to make today, so I can't spend too much time on this topic, but the moral of the story is that this swamp possum could never ever drag me. I'm sure he'll see this video and he'll get filled with rage, so much anger that his 5'3" frame won't be able to handle it. And I'm sure he'll do another live stream poking out his little toddler chest, acting like he's all big and bad, when in reality, this dude would never confront me in person. In reality, if he ever saw me in real life, he would tuck his tail and run the opposite direction. Yes, he may act big and bad with women, but I can guarantee you all, I would fold this dude like a lawn chair. And that's just blatantly obvious when you look at the two of us. So he's really a small fry that I really don't want to deal with. But the fact is, everything I said today is true. I know it's true, and he knows it's true. So I'm sure he'll try to act tough and do another live stream and try to throw out whatever insults he can create in his mind. But in reality, his pride is hurting. In reality, this video is going to dig at you inside. You're going to be sitting there feeling like less of a man. Because the reality is, you are less of a man than me. And you will always be less of a man than me. And it must suck knowing that I will always be more successful than you. And you will be jealous. And you will be bitter. And you will sit there sleeping, or at least trying to sleep, while Dolly goes to sleep, he hears a sex offender snoring in the next room. So I can only imagine that he is probably having a really hard time getting sleep, which is probably why he was delusional enough to think that he could ever drag me, when in reality, if he wasn't already about 1.5 inches deep into one of his cousins, he would probably give his right nut just to live the life that I live. But he will never be able to live the life that I live because I'm simply on a whole nother level than him. Despite being like 200 pounds heavier than this dude, I am running laps around him in the game of life. He is a sad, pathetic, lonely, miserable fuck that is desperate enough for human interaction that he will catch a flight to hang out with the bullhorn lady. He will forever be the running joke of the true crime community, and I would hate to have to really double down on this, but for now, everyone enjoy an ice cold one on me. And I will talk to you all in the next video.